Hey guys, your local Johnny Test is back for more videos. Well, I'm gonna pretty much make these videos kind of rapid fire. Also, new water bottle, baby. I'm a big fan. Oh, here we go. I think my wifey needs another PayPal password. Hold on. Oh, I love this girl. This girl's so cute. She gives me like I've been counting recently. I'm at 39 reasons why I love this girl so much. Um, Point is, I want to talk more about what I left you guys off, which is where I'm at basically mentally, which is basically I don't give a fuck about you guys because I don't care anymore. For more added context, I think I already explained it in the video. I guess it's just a recap. I essentially realized that I was working myself into the fucking ground by constantly finding new things to do and work on, you know? So maybe it would be, let's say, like computer science, for example, right? At first, I'd be grinding that shit out in the first few months, but then eventually I'd start to grow resentment for computer science because of how much difficulty it would bring me, right? And eventually I would just drop it, and then maybe I'll tap in more because I spent like a lot of money on a fucking certificate. But at the same time, I don't want to fucking do it. Like, I did not want to fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? So instead of trying, I just fucking gave up. I just decided, whatever. I'm going to do whatever I want. And it happened with a lot of other goals, with like eating, with working out. It was always, well, it's either all or nothing, right? So I might as well give up. I might as well give up today. And it's like, no, you must continue working, you know what I'm saying? But fucking whatever. Point is that when it came to all the goals that I had for my life, I kind of just gave up on them, or I just kind of put myself to the wall and worked myself to the end of the earth. And I kind of had I'd say like a mini panic attack while I was at work because I realized how hard I was working and how much suffering I was causing myself. Until I'd realized that I just kept shifting the goalpost, essentially, because originally I wanted to be better than high schoolers, and I'm way better than high schoolers now. But now, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm viewing the fucking Weekend and like YouTubers as my competition, and it's like, bro, chill the fuck out. I even saw this is an added context as to what I'm mentioning now, but there was previously a fitness influencer who I'm gonna keep their name private because I want to keep the resentment to myself, and if anything happens, I want to not spread hate, but I just want to be brutally honest. There was a fitness influencer who got their dream physique in like a year, and I was so fucking jealous of them because they were either a freak of nature or doing gear and hiding it. And I seriously sat there, saw this guy get a girlfriend, get millions of followers, and immediately think, wow, I fucking suck. So this guy just kind of existed in one, but then more and more pieces start to unravel where steroid use maybe starts coming into the conversation and how steroid use might have messed up his relationship with his girlfriend. You guys can maybe find out who this is, but this person, when I was growing up around 19 to 22, was the bane of my mental health because I would see that and I would see me working on my goals for like 4 years straight, and I'd immediately think, wow, like I fucking suck. Like everyone's telling me, oh, I got this physique in 6 months. I got this in a year and a half, 2 years. I'm spending 4 to 5 years on this shit, and it still isn't getting me what I want. So what the hell, dude? So that got me really pissed off, and I'm still fucking pissed off at that guy too, because he can go fuck himself. With all due respect, you have a public platform from which you talk about fitness and whatnot, but yet you do not want to give grounded fitness advice to those who need it. Instead, you want to pose yourself as like a fucking statue on all your posts and expect, notoriety from that. You know what I'm saying? Why make yourself a fit content creator if your goal is not to spread fitness? Instead, it's a way to gloat and make yourself look bigger than others due to your superior genetics or just you taking steroids and hiding it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's fucking lame as hell. Point being is that someone like that and a variety of others would become people I wanted to be like, I want to be 21 but fit. a multimillionaire with a mansion and a fucking Lamborghini or some shit, which I think Lambos are fucking overrated now. Pardon my language, but I think Lambos are overrated now. Any case, I realized, like, I just sat there and I told myself that I keep switching up the goalpost. And for the past week, I'd say, I've been kind of finally living for myself. At first, I was eating a ton of ice cream sandwiches, which is really bad. But slowly, I'd begin to realize more and more about my life itself. And I think this video is a good video for me to talk about my Calgary trip, because I went to Calgary with my family. And when I was able to stay at my Airbnb, it was a lot different than what I'm used to here. Here, I look outside and there's a suburban town with a playground, with a tennis court. At the Airbnb I stayed at, there was a wheat field that spanned thousands of kilometers. Genuinely, if you walked that field, it would take you like close to a few years to get past that. Like, I was gonna pull it up on maps, but point is that this wheat field, it went on for so long, and I realized that maybe our world isn't just skyscrapers and buildings and buying everything you want. Maybe our lives were really just meant to be here. We're meant to be in the forest. And even when I would go hiking with my family and see how big the mountains were and how much the mountains spanned across our entire world, I began to realize that, like, in terms of our lives, we're pretty fucking, like, sheltered, dude. Like, us eating McDonald's and Burger King and stuff is just us trying to get outlets to this previous life, you know? This life in the mountains that Calgary shares. And that isn't to say I don't love the city. You know, I am the city. I'm not going to say I'm a city boy because I know where that's going to fucking go. But point is that I love living in the city, you know? I love how busy it can get here and how business minded it can be here. But I think equally, stay hydrated. I'd say equally, the mountains provided a completely different perspective on life that I couldn't have understood, and it especially came down to my dieting, which I'm going to talk about in the next video. But it came through in my dieting, and I realized that me eating this fried shit, like, you don't find fried chicken in the middle of the forest, you know? You don't find Dave's Hot Chicken in the middle of the forest. You have to hunt your chicken and cook it, and then maybe put some lemon on it and then eat it. And there you go. You got some fucking lemon chicken. You know what I'm saying? Point being is that I realized this. Okay, good. You guys don't hear the vacuum. Point is, I realized that I enjoy eating lean far more. And I found it to be far more attractive than for me to, what is it called? Sorry. I found it a lot more attractive than me just eating processed foods within the city, because I felt like eating within the city was convenient and it tasted good, but I only ever saw the cities, you know? I never saw the mountains. I never saw the terrain. Sorry if I sound kind of out of it too. I'm kind of just taking a break today. But my point is that I think from what I've experienced, everyone should take the chance to travel somewhere they've never been for leisure, just because of what you'll experience. Different cities, different cultures. Calgary was a mind-opening experience for me, because it wasn't like there was a huge city. It was just a really quick city. You could walk the whole thing in like 40 minutes. But beautifully, the mountains were just next level. They were top notch. And honestly, I think everyone should have a chance to experience something like that, so that way they can have a better perspective on their lives, and especially might change their eating, which will be in the next video. So follow up in the next few days for the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, not nonsense. I love y'all. Peace the fuck out. Sorry, Bert.